So yeah, I mean, I ain't hating on their art. They cool. Uh, but it was just a funny, super, for all intents and purposes, a funny, funny article title.
Yeah, yeah, funny
Like, yeah,
situation.
yeah, like yo, they woke. Museums they just woke. The thing is, what we we the ones need to be taking advantage of that.
Facts,
Which I
facts.
think,
Think
but when all that stuff was happening, I was kind of in the energy of I ain't participating in the, you know
that's
what I
a
mean?
because the problem is these museums may be quote unquote woke, but they're very specific on the type of art that they want to buy and consume and sell, and a lot of times that's exclusionary to the larger demographic of, I guess, the people who being woke would cater to. If that makes sense. For example, they want depressing black imagery, just like America loves depressing black stories. For some reason, I don't know why. I do know why, because that's their
Mad
whole little,
slave movies.
yeah, that's their whole little vibe or whatever. But the museums want that too. People like me don't like consuming or making that type of work.
True.
But these woke institutions, that's what they want to consume and sell, buy, and show. So how much are we really benefiting from these museums being woke? You get what I'm
That
saying?
was right, and that was the part that was hard for me to like deal with at first, because maybe and then part of it was probably at the level that I was, like interacting with institutions, in which it
Right.
wasn't like they were, at that during that time, or even now, like most institutions that I might be, affiliated with or participating with aren't necessarily buying my artwork to put in their collection. You know what I mean? It's
Hmm.
like programming stuff, or you know what I mean? It's
Right.
like I don't feel like necessarily being like this sit in a room or Zoom meeting and be a voice type of thing, or fill a quota type of thing.
Facts.
Um and even like I remember the Neon was doing their run
Hmm.
of murals right before I left, and I was on a committee, but I was like, yeah, I'm not participating in this because I don't like what these people are asking for.
Also, peep the demographic of that group.
Me and Will was in there,
Yeah.
but it wasn't the group that was asking for it. It was, I mean, we was all making decisions together. It was mostly one mural in particular because it was the space that I wanted, but it was like the way it was asked for, or the way that it seemed like the person offering up the space was asking for. And I
Mhm.
was just like, they just wanted Black Lives Matter on there, and I was just like,
Nah, that ain't good
that's
enough, bro.
cheap. that
That
ain't
ain't good enough, man.
that ain't it. And I was like, let's present. And that was when my I had an experience that had made me want to flip the switch to be like, all right, this is the opportunity for me to expand on what it is that I believe, and maybe make it a teachable moment. And I at least got in the top twos. You know what I mean? I didn't get the wall, but
Right.
I was up for consideration, and wanting to tell a story that was more so just expressing that like we exist in all these parts of the community. So like, allow us to be, you know what I mean? Allow people to see that we exist in this community, even if we're not like visible all the time.
Yeah, in
So
a
I was
more
like,
genuine way, man. Not just
yeah, like doing something regular, like
yeah,
running.
facts,
That's what it
facts.
was.
Oh yeah, you right. I remember that. Remember
Yeah,
that.
I made a design that was like brothers run in the neon district,
Yeah, they don't
and
gotta be
Ghent,
screaming Black Lives Matter the whole time while they running
and
down
yeah,
game.
and they were like, oh, this Ghent is right beside like
Oh yeah.
I forget that housing project is right there beside the neon district, but it's like, yeah, they right across the street, so we
You
can't front like these people don't live here.
you could throw a pebble from Ghent and that pebble
Yeah,
gonna land in the hood.
it's right. So I was like, let's go ahead and open these doors and allow it. And the funny thing was, let me tell you why I thought I was gonna get that mural. That'll be off topic because I kept getting these signs where when I was on the way to work, I would keep seeing brothers running right before I got to the museum. It was literally running down the street where I was about to turn, and I was like, this is
Man,
perfect. Like, come
man, I
on.
feel you.
How do I tell y'all that this is meant to be? This is what y'all want on this wall.
That's confirmation bias, though, man.
Yeah, yeah, right. I'm sure the other person that got the wall was getting these signs too.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
um,
But still, though, man, I
um,
think when it comes to, you already know, when it comes to showcasing black art, I don't think it should always be something protest worthy.
Mhm.
because at the end of the day, we're trying to normalize black people in these spaces, not
And the
make people feel excluded by black
right.
people being in these spaces.
I learned
So,
I learned this from an artist that used to do murals up in like Boston and up in that area back in the day. And he was saying that like once you put something in public, like you're making a statement. It
oh,
becomes
for sure,
political, regardless of what you're trying to,
for
whatever
sure.
imagery you're putting out there is political. So it's like you throw a black person on a wall in a white neighborhood.
They gonna feel a certain
It's a
way.
statement. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Whether they're just they could just be shopping. They could be doing something very regular, but
You
it
right.
becomes a statement, even though it's just like this is just an everyday experience. Like, don't you got to go to the store and buy groceries too? And
Hmm.
that's the political statement. It's like, yo, I'm as much a human as you are. Treat me as such. You know what I mean?
Right.
As minimal as it is intended to be. And that's kind of my approach to being protesting through my art. Is like,
That's part of the beauty of it, yo.
yeah, experience me as another human doing everyday things, and that should be enough. You know what I mean? Like we shouldn't need to go into
It's
why you should be respecting me more. It's like
that
I do
post
what you
blackness,
do.
man.
It's like,
Yeah, that
oh
post
man,
woke.
Post smoke.
I think that's going to actually become a new subgenre of art is post woke art from these
Post
communities. You
woke
know what I'm saying?
Afrofuturist,
All of that, like, dog.
all in
That's all I
one.
want. That's all I want, man. Hey, it's post woke Davis, man. We out here, man. You know what I'm talking about? Making these abstract pieces, man, for the masses.
Post woke Black Gold Davis.
Hey, whew, tough.
I
Yeah, it's tough.
got you covered. I ain't forgot about you.
Yeah, but yeah, man.
um,
Even the work that I've been making lately, as this is a little more. I used to be super blackety black with my approach to making, I guess, art that speaks about the black experience. But a part of it was being shocking and controversial because I know people love that, and I like giving people that because it'd be like, yeah, I don't know, it's it's giving people what they want more or less.
yeah,
But
that's the other hard part is people respond and react to the chaos much more than
facts.
they do something that's normal. So it's like
Hmm.
it's harder to get recognition for like doing something regular. You know what I mean?
Facts,
Or
man.
presenting something that's regular
That's why I've been
when
trying to meet them halfway with my newest work. So it's like, man, it's abstract, but it shows something. If you actually look closer, you can see what I'm actually talking
yeah.
about. And you can see the backgrounds of where it came, blah, 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 you know.
Yeah.
But, man, yeah, putting the sugar in the medicine, as they say, you know.
Trying to give them the placebos.
Hey, facts, though. They don't come out woke, too, man. Like, yeah, that was just a
Placebo.
placebo.
That'd be a hard title.
See,
All right. You
that'd be a
seen
hard
you seen
series.
you seen what's the movie called? Walk Hard? No, not Walk Hard. The Dewey Cox story. Yeah, it is
Big
Walk
facts.
Hard.
Yeah, I own that, Joe.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, I feel like every time I remember I used to like come up with song titles in the middle
Yo.
of the joint, like, like I feel like that all the time. Whenever I say something, they be like, "Oh, wait a minute, that's a title for a show. That's
This
a
fool
title for a
said,
piece." I never write them
guilty as
down.
charged. Guilty as charged. Facts, though. It'd be like that. It'd
Facts.
be like that.
Exactly what it is. So yeah.